because it is not going to come any other way. So stop running away from what it is that you must face. Hold yourself to virtue. Hold yourself to something that can be respected. And start creating clarity within this head game of life. What's good, everyone? Just out here getting after it once again. You know what it is, and I hope all you guys out there are doing just the same, continuing on this journey to be able to create better individuals to give back to your dogs and your family units. Now, whilst I was getting my weights in, getting that training in, getting it done, I was thinking to myself how life can be one big head game, and that it is up to us as men and women to be able to play this head game competently. Because we all know that there are trials, tribulations, challenges that are unavoidable within life. And within these areas, that they are also attached to confusion, uncertainty, instabilities, and chaos within life. And that this is something that we will never avoid. That this is something that no living being will ever avoid when it comes to this experience of life. And also understanding how it is up to us to be able to create clarity within these areas. And if not, how much instability can actually be fed into this big head game that we call life. So, to start it off, understand where to place our emotions, where to place and attach our internal state of emotions that we experience within our own lives. Because this confusion, this uncertainty, all of these instabilities, I'm sorry, 99% of the time are placed within the wrong areas. And this is why we experience what it is that we're experiencing. So many of you want to attach your feel-good feelings and states of internal emotion to instant gratification, to cheap dopamine hits, to the simple pleasures, not understanding that there is worth within the work, that the work instills the worth, that you are trying with every fiber of your being to avoid this, to avoid the work that you must participate in to instill the worth within who you are, to instill that worth within who you are as an individual for both men and women. You want to run away from that adversity. You want to run away from what it is that you must push yourself through to earn that deep sense of internal self-respect, to be able to build your own internal sense of self-esteem, to build that conviction in who you are and what it is that you actually stand for. Do you not understand by running away from this that you are actually disrespecting yourself? That you are actually disrespecting who you are and what it is that you stand for? That you are actually disrespecting those around you? And then you wonder why you lack clarity. You wonder why you're stuck, attached to your instabilities, to your anxiety, to your depression. You know what it is that you must push yourself through, and you know that you are capable of so much more, but yet you always run and choose those cheap dopamine hits, but yet you always choose instant gratification. You always choose to sit at home and laze around instead of exerting that pent up and excess energy that is stored within your body, therefore fueling the instabilities within the mind. You lack the ability to actually challenge yourself, to push yourself within these areas, and then you wonder why that you are actually attached to all of this confusion, running away from what it is that you must face and attaching positive emotions, so-called feel-good emotions, within the laziness, procrastination, within the fucking cowardice that so many of you hold yourself within, is actually what's creating confusion within this head game that life is playing with you. That internal sense of consciousness that you have, that we all have, this internal moral compass that we all have, is telling you exactly what it is that you must do. It is telling you that there is so much work to be done. And within that work is where you will find that worth that you can attach to what it is that you are trying to obtain, to that worth that you can actually attach to yourself. So really think about it. Without holding yourself accountable to the work, how are you going to find the worth? Once again, understanding that the work instills the worth within. And by holding yourself and your so-called feel-good emotions to the areas that is directly connected to a cowardice existence, how are you supposed to obtain these positive aspects of your life? Understand, by living such an existence is only fueling that negativity, is only fueling your anxiety, is only fueling your lack of self-respect. You're running away from what it is that you must do within your own life, thinking that you are just deserving of your self-respect, thinking that you are just deserving of your self-esteem, of your happiness. No, these things within these areas must be earned. So why not challenge yourself to actually attach negative emotions, shame and guilt to the simple pleasures? Attach that shame and guilt to that instant gratification. Attach that shame and guilt to every time you fail to say and do the things that need to be said and done. And actually hold yourself accountable to moral virtue. Hold yourself accountable to what the principles are of the pillars of your life, so that you can create and habitually construct an individual that you can love, admire and respect in all ways. Because how is it going to be done in any other way? Please tell me, do you want someone to just create this individual to throw back at you, to just give you so that you can put your consciousness and your existence within? You know, and I know, that nothing within this world like that fucking exists. You know that it is up to you to be able to create such an individual. So why are you attaching all of your so-called feel-good emotions to that cowardice existence? Why are you trying to attach those feel-good emotions to your instant gratification once again, to those cheap dopamine hits once again, to your laziness, to your procrastination, to your fucking cowardice once again? It takes effort to be good. It takes effort to be strong. It takes effort and courage to hold yourself to moral virtue. To have this and to obtain this within one's character is something to be respected. This is why it does not come easy. This is why it takes courage to understand that you will be misunderstood within certain areas. As my saying goes, love is truth, not lies. Why do you think that is? You tell me how sharing sugar-coated truths. You tell me how sharing a half-truth. You tell me how lying is actually helping anyone. It's not. You know, it's only allowing the individual to live within delusion, to be able to live and exist within self-sabotage. So understand that these areas are directly attached to virtue. And then so many of you want to live the existence of a fake virtue hunter. And then you wonder why you are plagued with so many instabilities. These things take effort to be able to habitually construct within who you are. But you know what? Once again, that work instills the worth within. So why are you running away from this? Why are you trying to detach yourself from that accountability? Understand that bearing the weight of your own responsibilities is something that earns that internal sense of self-respect, is something that will develop that internal sense of conviction in who you are and what it is that you stand for, so that you can identify yourself to somebody and to someone that is actually respectable, because it is not going to come any other way. So stop running away from what it is that you must face. Hold yourself to virtue. Hold yourself to something that can be respected, and start creating clarity within this head game of life, and stop attaching your so-called feel-good emotions within the areas of fucking cowardice. Understand how this will create an individual that you can actually be proud of. I hope that little bit of food for thought helps. God bless. Peace.
face off.